Hello friends, today I'm going to talk about hometown heroes. This is a video response for Scott of Stooks Cards and Curiosities, who asked us to do a contest response for his 100 subscriber celebration, in which we talk about some famous Major League players who are from our hometowns.
Now, let's welcome our hometown hero.
So let's dive right in. Hello friends, I am John and I am the 3D 80s kid. In order to formulate this video response, I first thought about what exactly is my hometown.
You don't know. You actually don't.
I've kind of always thought about it as the town where I graduated high school.
Well, that's one answer.
But looking at it now, when I'm in my late 40s, I realize that, that town was someplace I only lived for really about 10 years. And I have actually lived far more of my life in the location I am in now.
Well, you're there now.
But to look back, where did I graduate high school? It was a small town in California called Ukiah, California, which I will show its location up there on the map. It's 120 miles north of San Francisco, and as you can see on that map, California is a very tall state, so it is quite a ways still from the Oregon border. But nonetheless, what the result was that looking at my that as my hometown, there was only one Major League player who ever came out of Ukiah High School.
Oh well, one's better than none.
And his name is Kelvin Chapman, card right here. I have this 85 Fleer card, but unfortunately it's currently in an unknown location with all of my best cards from my childhood collection that have yet to be uncovered out of a box. Thanks to our garage being a bit overrun ever since my parents moved in with us like 3 years ago, and have yet to recover from that. So I'll just have to show it on the screen for now and call that good. But Mr. Chapman was a guy who was actually an undrafted free agent in 1975 with the Mets organization. But speaking of undrafted free agents, I have a quick bit of trivia and a little contest within a contest here. I'm going to tack on to what Scott's contest is that I have a question for trivia.
Oh, I love trivia.
This 1972 Topps Raleigh Fingers card. And my question is, who is the only undrafted free agent to make the Hall of Fame since baseball has been conducting its draft, which started in 1965?
Dad, I know all the answers.
Right here. Good luck. Did pretty well in his early minor league years and got a shot to visit spring training in 1979. And he did so well, even though he had yet to even play in AAA, that they brought him up to be the everyday second baseman for the New York Mets.
That's awesome.
And unfortunately, he hit so poorly that it was only a couple months later where they ended up sending him down to AAA.
You're not awesome.
And he struggled for the next couple years, started improving a bit, but did not make it back to the Mets until 1983. And had a pretty good year in 83. And so in 84, he was intended to be platooning on the Mets, as he was a right-handed hitter that was supposed to face left-handers, and they had Wally Backman, who was a switch hitter, but actually hit much better left-handed, and so he was supposed to be against the right-handed pitchers. Unfortunately, Kelvin did not perform well there at that point either, and was sent down again, and ultimately decided to leave baseball. So
it wasn't meant to be?
Up next is where do I live now? And that is Hillsboro, Oregon, which, as you see on the map here, it is a western suburb of Portland, and I have lived at this point almost half my life in the western suburbs, the vast majority of which has been in Hillsboro.
For a long, long time.
who was the most significant player from Hillsborough. Coincidentally, it turned out it was none other than the aforementioned Wally Backman.
And isn't it ironic, don't you think?
With his 85 Fleer card here. He was born in Hillsborough, grew up here, and even on the back of this card, at this point in his Mets career, he still resided, it says, in Beaverton, Oregon, which is right next to Hillsborough. So my Hillsborough, Oregon hometown hero would be Wally Backman. But ultimately, the best player ever from Oregon, which to this point has 0 Hall of Famers in its history.
You should have one.
As happens to just be my favorite player growing up, and that is Mr. Dale Murphy. He grew up in Portland, born and raised, went to high school, and then ultimately was drafted by the Braves. I've talked about Dale Murphy in a past video where I showed my player run of him, so I will stop it there.
That's all I have to say about that.
Hometown hero for this Portland metro area here is Dale Murphy.
In the hall?
He's not. He should be.
So congratulations, Scott, on hitting 100 subscribers.
Great work, Mr. Scott.
Thanks for putting this contest out there into the community. And for everybody watching, thank you very much. I will see you next time.
Okay, kids. See you next time.